Well, there were many demonstrations outside Sunnylands during the summit today.
Yeah, and while it's calmer right now, at just a couple minutes past 6 o'clock, that was a different story early this morning. Hundreds of protesters gathered near Sunnylands to protest against the Southeast Asian leaders attending this summit that's hosted by the president. And KMIR's Kitty Alvarado has been out there live all day long. She joins us now in Rancho Mirage with the very latest on those protesters. Kitty?
It's a very different scene out here from earlier today. Security is still tight, but if you take a look right behind me, barricades are still up, but there is no one there. But earlier today, hundreds of people were protesting what they say are human rights violations by the countries who are attending that Southeast Asian summit with President Obama. Hundreds from all over the world gathered in Rancho Mirage to protest President Obama's summit with leaders from Southeast Asian nations. They say the president should hold Pacific Rim leaders accountable for human rights violations before taking up any other issues.
We are deeply concerned with the condition of human rights in Southeast Asia. We urge you, Mr. President, to place human rights among your highest priorities on the summit agenda.
They say leaders from Cambodia, Vietnam, Laos, and Myanmar deny their citizens' rights, land, freedom, and keep them oppressed with violence.
Cambodians came from all over the country just to voice their concerns, and Hun Sen's going to know that it's absolutely no more. There's no more acceptance of his corruption, no more acceptance of his tyranny, no more acceptance of his dictatorship.
Among the issues some protesters want addressed, security with China and the Trans-Pacific Partnership trade deal.
We would like China to get out of the South China Sea. The South China Sea belongs to international trade, and they need to respect that.
And the whole point of the Trans-Pacific Partnership is to ship jobs to cheap labor in Asia. We already don't have enough jobs in this country. We don't need any more jobs being shipped overseas.
Down with Red China! Down, down, down! Down with Vietnamese communists!
Protesters say abuses have gone on way too long.
We are still fighting today in 2016 for basic human rights.
It remains to be seen if the president will address some of the protesters' grievances, as that is a very touchy subject. And we did manage to speak with some of the last remaining protesters out here. We asked them if they would be coming back to the second day of the summit to protest. They said no. Reporting live in Rancho Mirage, Kitty Alvarado, KMIR News.